Alright, with Haikyu Fly High game global launch, let's talk about reroll and the best character to select. And make sure you watch till the end of the video because I'm gonna give you a redeem gift code for 10 free recruit tickets. Now, let's start. First of all, sorry that I'm posting this late. I had a problem with the game. It wasn't showing up, so now it's running and now I'm recording this video for you guys. And we're gonna have a lot more videos about this amazing game. So when you've done the tutorial, you're gonna do one regular summon before this one, which you're gonna pick Shoyo Hinata, the training version, which is great. And then after that, you're gonna use the newcomer recruit ticket so that you can recruit new players over here. So when you tap on this, they're going to show you these 4 players over here, and you're guaranteed to pick one of them, and then you also have 10 times to reset. So let's talk about which of the characters is best to get. I'm gonna talk about them in detail, and let's see. Okay, first one, Ryunosuke Tanaka. So there are 4 characters here, so you can either confirm or retrieve, and then there are 10 attempts. So let's talk about the characters. If you tap on this, yeah, so we have 4 characters here. First of all, you want to go for either one of these 2, the wing spikers, and both of them are great, so you can't go wrong with neither of them, right? Both of them are super great, and you don't want to focus on the middle blockers because you're gonna get Hinata and he will be more than enough for now. But still, if you want to go for either one of these 2, it's best to go for him, Takanobu, because he has better, middle blocker stats and everything compared to the other one. So he reduces the next spike power by 10%. He kind of like debuffs the enemy, the opponent's spiker, when you have a perfect block result with him, obviously. So that's like the first passive. And then also performs a quick spike with 120% of quick attack, so like the middle blockers would do quick attacks more. And then the second passive again increases based on the number of block type players that you got, then increases the block power by 1% of black stat. So there's something that also buffs you up, and that could be really useful. But again, as I said, your top choices would be one of these wind spikers. So now, as I said again, these 2 are super great. You can't go wrong with either one of them. And for example, Tanaka, this one is really good, especially early game, because you're gonna get this high school characters more, and then you also can get Nishinoya later on. That's a separate video to talk about him on your wish list, and then you're gonna get these extra passives as well. So he is an amazing attacker because he has this 25% buff when it's on his first attack, and then the skill resonance over here could increase to the first 2 power spikes, not just the first one. And then over here, the passive performs a receive with 150% receive stats as power. And then Tanaka's reflex increases by 10%. So reflex, just letting you know, is simply the crit chance of the attack. So kind of like the crit rate, right? And over here, the second passive, so his power spike reduces opponent's blocking and also receiving players' stamina by 5. So it's kind of like a debuff on the enemy, which is great. And then over here, the ultimate skill deals at 250% of power attack. This is higher than Izumi. This is 250. And the good thing about it is a diagonal spike. So there's a higher chance of landing it. And then when this is Tanaka's first spike in this set, which you usually can do the ultimate move at the beginning, like it's different from other games, increases spike power by an additional 30% of Tanaka's power attack stats. So this is an insane buff on himself, and obviously you can increase this later on. That's why he is great. And also I gotta say that here consumes 5 extra stamina. So he debuffs the enemy but also loses stamina over here. And as I said again, he's a great player, especially like when you have this Nishinoya with him, increases the team morale, and he's fantastic over here with this high school. And then we have here Izumi. So I would suggest to go for Izumi first because he could help you out later on more. Maybe Tanaka could help you out more in the beginning, but then after a while Izumi would show himself more, and there are quite different reasons. First of all, he is from another high school, so you want to build teams with different type of players from different bonds, so you don't need just one team in the game. And second, so he increases his awareness means crit chance, so it's like the crit rate of the attack, so you have more chances to do a crit rate attack with the awareness, so this will increase. And then also strength, so strength is for the crit damage, so this is easier to remember: awareness, crit rate, strength, crit damage. That's something that you need to know. And then 120% of received stats as power for a better focused defense, so he's a great defender, like receiver I mean. And then over here, this passive as Vice Captain's Rally, when he is present, increases strength of players on your side, so he buffs up the whole team, you know, so the strength of whole team. And as I said over here, strength is crit damage. That's why this is super useful and will show itself way more later on when you finish the early game. And then the ultimate skill is 240. Remember, the other one, Tanaka, was 250, but doesn't matter again because he has, when this spike achieves critical result, increases power by 15%. So this also is really useful over here. And then the skill resonance, so again you can upgrade this one of the buffing all of your players on your side up to 15%, and that's something that could help you out again a lot later on. That's why my suggestion is to go for him. But then again, you do whatever you want to do, and both of them are great. You can't go wrong. He's best for early game, Tanaka, and then Izumi would be way better. He would definitely shine later on with all his buffs and stats that we talked about. So obviously I'm gonna try to recruit again, and let's just see when I'll get him. And alright, so mainly this happens a lot that you get this guy first, Haiba, and then you have to recruit and try again so that you get Izumi. So let's see how long does it. Okay, so on the third one I got Izumi. Didn't take that long, and that's great. I'm gonna keep him for sure. So you're gonna confirm, yes, and okay, we'll do that later on, and done. Okay, and then you go back and you have to still do a few challenges and everything so that all parts will be open up for you. But I'm gonna talk about a lot of things later on. So over here, just to give you a glimpse, we have different banners to summon. So this one, this is the first one, 72 hours. You have to use the gems, and then greatest decoy for Hinata. This one, the You Are Yushijima, super useful. And then over here we're gonna talk about these three later on. This would be my next video of Haikyu. Which of these three would be the best and why, and how you can gain the other two as well in the game. Alright, so that's it for now, and before I forget, we have a gift code as promised, so make sure you get this gift code for yourself. So it would be Haikyu 2025, and then you're gonna get 10 recruit tickets for free, and that's super amazing, and we can use them all later on. Alright, that's it for now. Make sure you're subscribed so you won't miss any videos of Haikyu later on, because I'm gonna do a bunch of them for summoning characters and different parts of the game. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.